let's take a look over here as we go into the game. For mouse control, one game up, it's SwitchBack, #SexyBack.
What?
The yellow Terran player. I don't know, they keep calling him SexyBack in the chat, so...
Alright, I see it now, yeah.
Mr. SexyBack.
Alright, SexyBack. And his opponent, player who's going to show his best game of today right now. It is Terran player Leffen, currently teamless as far as I know. But I think it's great that he actually signed up, came over to AP, because it's not easy to sign up for a qualifier if you know that the likes of Yona and Euthermal have already signed up. So I really respect his resolve in coming over there. And it must be exciting sitting there playing with these players. And again, I'm not sure, I don't know this guy. Maybe he is a long-time player as well, been in the scene for a while, but I haven't met him so far. Maybe he is someone I know, but he changed his nickname. That is also something that happens every now and then. But we are seeing something, well, no, not unorthodox. He's building a barracks and supply depot at his ramp.
SwitchBack doing the same thing, just not building it at the ramp. He's building the barracks near the mineral line and following that up with a 12 refinery, probably going for a quick Reaper. And herein lies the difference, because Leffen is not going for the Reaper. I think he's going straight for factory units, most likely. So he's going to have to find out his opponent's position with the SCV. SwitchBack not going to have to do that because he'll use the Reaper to achieve the same thing. So he'll have a slightly higher income at the start of the game.
Patrick, I think it's great that from just a scouting pattern at the very start of the game, you can deduce so much about what will happen afterwards.
Yeah,
because you're right. And by listening to people like you cast games and understand what you're saying, that's how you get better at playing StarCraft, because that's how you learn to interpret what you see in your opponent's base.
Well, I would definitely recommend listening to somebody better than me talking about StarCraft, but yeah, I get your point.
Right. No, but I think it's good that you know, these kind of deductions are made by casters. And we explain, well, not me maybe, but you explain somewhere. So why you know these things based on the available information in the game. Of course, the players hadn't scouted each other yet at that point. But you know, say you scout your opponent and you don't see that. Maybe you count his SCV. You see there's not a single SCV missing. You know something that you wouldn't know if you didn't have this connection made already.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, by the way, for people at home.
True.
There might be some noises coming through my microphone. If they get too bad, I'm going to switch the microphone off. But there's some very handsome fellows redecorating or restructuring, actually, my bathroom, which is right next door. So if the noise gets too bad, Patrick, make sure to just let me know that it is bad, and then I'll switch my microphone off for a little while.
It's fine so far.
All right.
It's tolerable.
Tolerable.
Yeah. So it's fine. So 2 Reapers out on the field for SwitchBack. Those are going to be used to scout. There's a bunker at the front here for Leffen. Both players expanding very quickly here, but SwitchBack does have the advantage in terms of pretty much finding out what his opponent is up to. He can now circle around below the bunker, avoid all the Marines,
kind of,
and try to scout out what is happening. He did see the factory. He can get a couple of pot shots on the SCVs. Nice call there from Leffen to try and block those Reapers. He does confirm the expansion as well and can safely exit the base. So a successful scouting round there.
Where did the Marines go so that how did the Reaper exit the base safely if there's a bunker there? Where did the Marines go?
Well, the Marines exited the bunker, pretty much.
Yeah, okay, so they went up. Huh.
Yeah, it's like a dog that wants to chase a Formula 1. You're never gonna catch it, but you can try.
Yeah, but and if you're a dog, you're never gonna catch it. But so you need to be smarter than a dog and just go where the Reaper is going to go.
Yeah, which is not what those Marines did.
No.
So,
but the Marines are gonna get the Reaper? No, actually they're not. Oh, but they are. Okay, yeah. So they got the Reaper.
So Leffen finally finding out where the Reaper is, and actually he's adding on a lot of barracks, as opposed to SwitchBack, who's going to be playing a little bit slowly, a little bit slower than his opponent. Leffen is, I mean, he could try to go for a big push with this. Whereas SwitchBack, I think he's got 1 barracks less, I think, or am I miscounting this? Yeah, 3 barracks versus 2 barracks. So Leffen is probably going to try and get more tanks before he adds on additional infrastructure. Maybe he'll go. Oh, there it is, the engineering bay. I was wondering where we have the difference. I mean, Leffen does have 1 as well, but he's not using it.
All right.
Finally, the 3rd barracks gets added on. So, not skipping a beat here, getting the +1 attack upgrade straight away.
All right. So far, in terms of units lost, Leffen is getting the better of SwitchBack, but SwitchBack's macro is just working out better somehow. He's got slightly more SCVs, but a lot more as supply actually. So in terms of units, SwitchBack has the better army.
Yeah, I mean, the reason could be that SwitchBack added on production facilities gradually, whereas, I mean, barracks is mostly, whereas Leffen, he was just producing that from 1 barracks and then, bam, added on 2 at the same time with reactors as well, so a lot of downtime in production. And there's the difference in the supply, basically. The difference is in the army supply, not in the harvesters. So.
Yeah, true. Yeah, Leffen is actually ahead right now. Oh, now it's the same again. But yeah, like you said, Leffen now is producing 4 Marines at a time, so he will be catching up pretty soon in terms of supply.
Yeah, but I think SwitchBack still has the better production of these 2, and he's getting a 3rd base as well, which SwitchBack, he's building a command center, but playing it safe, building it inside his base. And of course, this positioning is favorable towards SwitchBack because his 3rd base is going to be further away from his opponent, whereas SwitchBack, well, neither of these 3 bases are going to be easy to defend. One of them is in the direction your opponent is going to be attacking from, and the other one is hard to defend because of how far away it is.
Alright, look at these tactics though. Okay, Leffen has tanks set up at the bottom, then he drops some of his Marines to get vision up there. And now he's cleared the way with his tanks from now, and he's killing SCVs, and a lot of them actually too.
Well, 3 SCVs have gone down, now the Marines make an appearance here, and SwitchBack successfully defends. I think as long as SwitchBack, you know, keeps an eye on this natural base, he shouldn't lose very many units there because the tank cannot reach the SCVs.
No, that is unlike in the previous map.
Yeah. So as long as he keeps an eye on those drops and doesn't allow a full medevac to unload, he should not lose any more SCVs over there. And look at this!
Ooh, engagement coming up.
Cutting that army off, expecting this move from Leffen.
Ooh, this is a tough position for SwitchBack, has to pull back.
Yeah, lost a lot of hit points there against those tanks. And now, this is a good maneuver. Leffen keeping the attention of the army focused on that ramp and trying to unload into the natural base.
It drops right on top of the tanks. You see that? That's so that the tanks can't use siege mode and shoot whatever comes out of the medevacs.
He got 8 SCVs out of there, so
SwitchBack has had enough of these drops and he's building 3 missile turrets right there.
Good call.
Right.
That's gonna that should stop all further attempts at harassment. But Leffen, well, he's pressing SwitchBack hard. He's trying to force him to make a mistake, but SwitchBack, you know, despite the fact that he's lost those SCVs, he still has a good army size. He's got good positioning, and he's working off of 3 command centers, which means triple mulage. Triple SCV production once he actually starts producing SCVs again. And SwitchBack, he's not.
You gotta hand it to SwitchBack. I mean, to Leffen though. I mean, he is always on the offensive.
Yeah, and that's, you know, that's way more difficult to do for those who ever attempted aggressive type of play. That's more difficult to do than just defending.
Definitely, yeah. Especially if then your opponent drops on your main, and then you have to focus on your main and your attack at the same time.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, but okay, so we got to see SwitchBack drop some units on top of Leffen's tanks as well. Actually, SwitchBack drops a mule on top of Leffen's tanks so that the splash fire would destroy one of the Leffen's tanks. But Leffen's attack has not been held off. third base, forced to lift. Actually, will get killed, maybe?
He might even lose that one. The SCVs
Yeah.
are gone, and he does lose the third base. Huge,
Right.
huge hit there. Good job by Leffen there. I have to say that he's playing way better than the previous game. And he's getting ahead, I have to say. Look at the supplies, 100 to 80, pretty much. He's getting ahead in the SCV count. He is the one on the 3 bases right now. And if he keeps it that way... Yeah. So, can he keep the third base alive? That's the question. I think he can. He's just losing a little bit of SCVs over here. 8 SCVs have gone down. But still, Leffen ahead economically. Adding on more infrastructure, I hope. Yep, he is. Or he's been. He's going to be up on 5 barracks shortly. And this is, you know, killing command centers in TVT is, I think, slightly more important.
Oh, look! Leffen attempting a drop, but he's... Oh! Okay, so he lost.
2 medevacs!
2 medevacs. Oh, I think I'm gonna have to mute my mic for just a second.
He lost 2 medevacs over there, but forced complete cease of operations at this natural. Is trading very well. Another tank, good pickup there by Leffen. Another tank went down, and if he gets that command center, I don't think he will. I don't think he will be able to, but nice exchanges here as we have a slight lag. Nice exchanges here. Exchanges of material, and he also forced the entire army of SwitchBack to pull back, basically. God, gotta watch those nicknames. That sounds horrible. SwitchBack was forced to pull back. Horrible, horrible. And you know, Leffen, his army size is not doing that hot, and that's the reason why I strongly disagree with this push. But other than that, he's not doing that bad. Of course, the upgrades are starting to come into play right now as the armies are getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And 1-1 versus 2-2, well, Leffen will need a numbers advantage, which currently he does not have. His macro is starting to fall apart a little bit during all of those pressure moves that he's been making. SwitchBack does have a chance to wipe out this defending force. If he can get those tanks out of the picture, which he successfully does, then he'll be able to take out this third base. And look at the army supply, 20 to 70. Leffen does not have much of anything left. He loses the third base, and he'll be lucky if he stays alive in his natural GG. Cold. And Miles controls SwitchBack. Scratches another notch on his gun.